Hey all, welcome to Tuesday with Pastor Dan. Good to have you all joining. I found this quote from Joseph Campbell, who is a philosopher, writer, really great philosopher, and I really enjoy his writing. And he says this. He says, "You must let go of the life we have planned, so as to accept the one that's waiting for us. We must let go of the life we have planned, so as to accept the one that's waiting for us." All of my life, it seems we have these plans. My life just is not that long so far, but and now that as a father, I have all these plans. I'll have all these great things that I've planned out, and we want to plan all of these things and do all this stuff, and we have these ideas of where the future we will go and the things that will be held. And my plans were to be strength and conditioning coach, be a chiropractor, or the latter more, or the former more so. But and those plans did not come to fruition. I was going to go to these places and do these things, and that was the thing, and those plans didn't come to fruition. And then when seminary, was going to go back to certain places, and or go up into the East Coast and do this and that, and those plans didn't come to fruition. And the places I never planned on being are the places I ended up. The places that um, the the places in which I never expected are the places I've been and done and been part of. And we lay all of these plans out for others, for ourselves, and it's it's not often the way we expect it. And I love this quote because it says, let go of the life we have planned so as to accept the one that's waiting for us. And I think that's huge because there's something waiting for us, and instead we spend all of our time planning, prepping, gonna do this. This is what we're gonna do, and we work towards it. And then when it doesn't happen, it's called a half truth. It falls short on, and it breaks us. It doesn't work out for us. It doesn't. And then we don't know what to do because it was the only thing that we had planned. Um, and then we've spent more time working on these ideas of what's gonna be instead of being part of what is. And we can look at scripture, and all over it is, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord's plan to prosper you. And that's a simple verse taken a little bit out of context in Jeremiah. Um, and but he's talking about these plans, and God has plans for us. The plans of the diligent lead to profit, surely haste leads to poverty. May we want to do this, but God's always talking about how God's plans and God's mind are not ours. My plans I have for you. Um, and we the plans of the Lord stand firm forever. The purpose of his heart is through all generations. It's these kind of things that we have to lean into. There's a level of trust that we have to let go of all of the things that we think we know and want and are going after, and realize that there may be something very different for us, somewhere very different for us. But in that, it's not it's not going to be this terrible thing. That's not what God does. I've told this story before, but we heard a speaker. He was the president of Princeton Theological Seminary, and while he was a pastor, he had this young man come in, a very talented student and person, and they had just graduated with a master's or something in engineering. And this student, had these grand plans, but he got these two job offers, and they were different than he expected. And one was in, I think, New York, and the other was in Denver or somewhere further west. And then the young man was having a panic attack about where to go. And he said, is God in New York? Is God in Denver? Well, then I think you'll find just what you need wherever you go. Just know that God's there. And I think that's it. We spend all this time planning, and have to stop myself with planning out life for my son and just live the life that's right there present. So I'm going to work to put aside my planning, spend less time planning and more time living and seeing what happens around me. May you all be blessed. Look forward to seeing you soon.